Now let's talk about Europe. It's where the world wants to spend their summer. But does Europe want all those tourists? Judging by the reactions of most cities, the answer is a loud no. Yesterday, protests broke out in Spain's Mallorca. 20,000 people asked tourists to get out. And it's not the only city that's saying this. Across Europe, over-tourism is a huge problem, but some cities like Copenhagen have taken a unique approach. Instead of turning away visitors, they're trying to lure them. Why is that? Our next report looks at the two sides of over-tourism.
On Sunday, tourists in Mallorca woke up to this. 20,000 people on the streets with posters asking tourists to go home. Mallorca is no stranger to this sight. In May, they witnessed a similar anti-tourism protest, but this time it was bigger.
Well, yes, we are here protesting because the situation is unsustainable. It is occurring outside our homes, and half of the houses and other things are increasing prices uncontrollably.
It's a protest not against tourism because I think it's not against tourism, but against these government policies that make us realize that we live on an island that has limits like we do, and the island can't grow in this way.
The Balearic Islands are an archipelago of eastern Spain. It has 3 main islands, Mallorca, Menorca and Ibiza. Last year, 17.8 million people visited the islands, and the figures are expected to be higher this year. But can the islands handle that? The residents don't think so. They say the current model is destroying the islands. It's stretching public services to a breaking point, harming natural resources and making local access to housing difficult.
Well, in the long run, we are tired of so much obsessive tourism. A tourism that is not worth it and does not benefit the island because we are selling it. And the worst thing is that we residents are paying the negative consequences of this excessive tourism.
And it's not the only over-tourism protests in Spain. There have been demonstrations in Malaga as well as on the Canary Islands. In Barcelona, tourists were sprayed with water guns. Now, Spain is the world's second most visited country. These places are tourist hotspots, but with every passing day, they are becoming more and more hostile. And it's not just a Spain phenomenon, Europe has a tourism phobia. Greece wants to keep crowds of tourists out. Croatia has imposed road bans. Amsterdam is banning cruises. Florence has banned short-term rentals. In Paris, tourist tax on hotel rooms are up by 200%. Portugal is charging tourists for antisocial behavior, like playing loud music and drinking on the streets at night. So local and state governments are under pressure. They need tourists to keep the economy running, but overrun cities and unhappy residents rarely make a good picture. But some nations like Denmark have a solution. While the rest of Europe wants tourists out, Copenhagen is offering rewards for tourists to visit. But there's a catch. Copenhagen doesn't want just any tourist, they want well-behaved travelers, those who are conscious of the environment. So the National Tourist Board has started a program. And it's sort of like a rewards scheme. If you ride a bike or take public transport or help clean rubbish or even bring reusable cups, you will be rewarded for your behavior. What do the rewards look like? It ranges from free coffees to complimentary cocktails. So the Danish capital has a unique solution. Reward tourists and they will behave better. But will it work for the rest of Europe? We don't know yet. But here's something we do know. By 2030, the world will have over 2 billion tourists. Countries will not be able to keep all of them out. So they might want to try other ways to deal with the problem of over-tourism.
Across continents, one powerful news source.
Bringing you diverse perspectives on the issues that matter.
We go beyond the boundaries to give you that little extra about every sporting moment. So thank you for making Firstpost 5 million strong. We're counting on your support, and you can trust us to bring you the news unfiltered and unvarnished.
Climate change is on our doorstep. It's time for a revolution to take root. And it starts with 1.4 billion Indians. It starts with one tree for humanity, one tree for Mother Earth, one tree for our future. Project One Tree, a News 18 network initiative.
On this today, the T20 World Cup bandwagon fans move across to the West Indies. What can you expect from this?
Hello, I'm Alice Green, coming to you from Durban, South Africa. Today we have a special show.
Start with a report on India's shifting nuclear posture. The first time since India officially became a nuclear power.
Hello and welcome to Firstpost America. I'm Aaron Ham, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Washington, D.C.